I had to answer from the bottom of the screen. That was weird. There you are. What is going on with this music that you got playing? It sounds like it's like doubled. That's what it sounds like.
All right, y'all. I don't know who is still sticking around. Thank you guys for waiting for me to get my stream together. Give me 1 second so I can bring Keith into the chat. Keith?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. My video is what?
It's on.
What do you mean my video was on?
I can see your video.
Yeah, I know. I'm live.
Okay. I didn't know if you did that on purpose or not. Okay.
Yes, I did want to be live. Okay, so I see a couple of people in the chat. So let me address the people in the chat. Y'all, Restream is being a butt. But I saw what's the name? I saw Sandstorm in the chat. I saw my girl Rose in the chat. I saw Jazzy Jefferson in the chat. I saw a few of you guys in the chat, man. What's up to you guys? Let me see if I can get my Restream up. My Restream is being a butt today, you guys. I was kind of having some issues with the Restream chat. So let me see if I can get my Restream chat up. If you are currently in the stream, can y'all please say something in the chat just so I can verify if my Restream chat is still being a butt. All right, so I see Chariot Man. Shout outs to Chariot Man. I see Chariot Man. I see Sandstorm. All right, thank you guys for helping me confirm whether or not my Restream was doing the things. All right, y'all. So sorry about the technical problems, but yes, once again, I am not by myself. I am joined by Nigma87, aka Keith Norris from the Live and Level Gamers podcast. Keith, you were saying something. But I was having some issues. So I guess you can introduce yourself or whatever you were saying. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I can introduce myself. As she said, Nigma87, Keith Norris. Typically we'll be going live tonight at 8:30, but we had to not postpone, but we had to cancel the show for tonight. And seeing that Nintendo had their direct today, she wanted to talk about it, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. So here we are.
All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go Zentreya, my friend. I abandoned all my friends, y'all. That's my friend. We used to play Dauntless together when Dauntless was good. So I'm gonna go through the presentation. We're gonna talk game by game, and then basically the presentation. We're gonna talk game by game, and then basically Keith and I are gonna kind of give our synopsis of what we thought stood out to us, and I guess like some general conversations if you guys are down for that. This is not really like a structured stream. This is kind of just like just give our thoughts, kind of chopping it up type stream. Hey Jay Biggs, what's up? Okay, the people are coming through. Let's go. All right, so let's go ahead and go through the stream. I'm gonna do like frame by frame. I'm not gonna play like all of the stream,
direct.
But all of the direct. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slow it down so that I can pause it, and then we could just kind of get through this, because I'm not trying to take up y'all's whole night. I'm not trying to take up Keith's whole night. So let's just kind of go through some things that they showed during the direct. So they started with Monster Hunter Stories 3, which I was actually really, really excited about. I am a fan of Monster Hunter in general, but I was really a fan of Monster Hunter 2, Monster Hunter Stories 2. So it was really good to see Monster Hunter Stories making a return with a sequel. Let's see what else they showed.
Well, yeah, I wanted to talk about that for a second, because I've never played any other Monster Hunter Stories games, and I went ahead and downloaded the demo for 2, the one that you were just talking about.
Right.
So I want to see if it's something that I could be interested in. You know how we are. We like, hey, we never played it before. Let's try it.
Right.
So it looked good.
Right.
It's a good showing. So it's a good way to start off the show.
I agree. I really thought it was I was like, yo, when they showed Monster Hunter Stories 3, I was like, yo, this might be a banger. You know what I'm saying? But of course we'll talk about, we'll talk about what we really thought at the end. All right, so then they talked about how, they're showing Switch 1 and Switch 2 games in the showcase, which is not a problem for me, of course. But all right, so they went on. They talked about, I don't remember the name of this game. Katamari
You talking
something.
about Katamari?
I'm not trying to be.
Katamari.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be
Yeah.
disrespectful to the fans of this game. I don't understand what's going on here. But they showed Katamari, Once Upon a Katamari or something like that. Yeah, so that's coming in October. Just Dance. I used to be a Just Dance girly. I don't care about Just Dance no more, but they showed Just Dance.
Last time I played Just Dance last time I bought Just Dance was on the Wii.
Bro.
My niece had Just Dance and we played it, like a little family night or whatever. But yeah, it's not something I'm interested in.
I bought one of the Just Dance games on the Switch. I don't remember which one it was. A crackhead stole it, so I can't confirm. I can't go back and show y'all which one that I had. But I had one of them. It was all right. I feel like the last time I really had fun with Just Dance was the one on it was one of the ones on the Wii U. I don't remember which year, but I feel like that was the last time I genuinely had fun with Just Dance.
Were they still using the Wii remotes on that?
In the Wii U version?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
I figured.
Let's say they showed Sparkling Zero. Dragon Ball heads, I'm pretty sure, are rejoicing about being able to play Sparkling Zero on the go. I guess. I don't know.
Suppose.
I don't know what
I
I don't know what the Dragon Ball community got going on. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not very well versed on what's going on in that community.
I love the Dragon Ball community, but I don't play the games for real. So I don't even know. I don't play none of them fighting games. So
let's see. Okay, so they also showed that the old school version of Plants vs. Zombies is coming back. For those of you guys who remember playing this game long ago on mobile. So, I mean, that's cool, I guess, for the people who like that or whatever. All right, they showed what they changed FIFA to what? Football Club?
Yeah, Football Club.
All right, so they showed Football Club. That's cool. I'm not really like a sports girly, so I don't really care. But shout outs to Football Club and
Hey,
the FIFA.
they look good.
It do. I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it, bro. I know there's a huge audience for FIFA and sports games in general, but okay. All right, y'all. Wait. Pac-Man World 2 remastered. I know that's a little nothing. It's a little nothing game to a lot of people, but y'all, this game means something to me. This game means something to me, but we'll talk about it later. But this game means something to me, man. It means something to me. Freaking love Pac-Man World 2 on the PlayStation 2. That went so hard. All right. That was when Pac-Man was trying to compete with like Sonic and Mario and Crash and all that carrying on.
He tried it. He tried.
That game did go hard though. Okay, and then they show Final Fantasy Tactics?
Yeah, Final
Fantasy Tactics, which is cool. They showed this at Summer Game Fest. We already knew that was coming, so I mean, no shade. That's cool for the people who like the old school RPGs. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk more about that too. They show Persona 3. I don't really care about being a high schooler, but shout outs to the Persona fans.
Oh my gosh! Listen,
I don't
have no connection to the Persona game, so I'm not finna sit here and defend it. But it's available.
I'm glad for them.
It's coming.
I'm glad for them. I'm happy. I'm always happy when games come, even if they're not my flavor. Like I'm never gonna hate on a game just because it ain't my flavor. Like that's just not my thing. What else did they show? They show Hyrule Warriors. They showed some more Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Man, we'll talk. But what else did they show? I'm trying to get through this because like everybody done already seen it in the chat. Like I'm not telling y'all no new information. Hyrule Warriors do look good though. I will say that it do look good.
Just see that story.
That story, man. We'll talk about it because we got some extra input to put on that. Okay, so Madden was shown. Madden NFL 26 was shown, which also looks pretty good.
Looks
Shout outs to the
good.
sports friends. Like shout outs to the sports people. The sports people are eating. I ain't mad at it. And then like the wrestling game just came out. The sports girlies are doing good out here. I ain't mad at it. Um, let's see what else. What's this name? What's the name of this game? The campfire game. Chill,
Oh,
chill by
chilling by the
chilling by the
fire.
fire. Chilling by the
Chilling by
fire.
the fire.
Yeah.
Making s'mores.
Chilling by the fire, boy. All right, chilling by the fire. Shout outs to the camping people. I like to go
Game of the
camping.
year.
I like camping. Camping is cool. You know what I'm saying? Just camping in a game. I don't know. We'll see. But that's cool for the camping niggas. That's what's up. What is this? Oh, Apex is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 update. Shout outs to Apex. I ain't mad at it. It's made by the GOATs. Respawn. Respawn is a goated development team. It ain't Titanfall 3, but
Man.
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't really know. I don't really have nothing to say. I want Titanfall 3. Oh, and this game, this rat game, Hella?
Can't think. Hella, yeah, Hella. I can't think. Yeah.
Hella. Now
I don't lie.
this
It was
game
kind of
looks good.
kind of fun.
I'm not gonna
It
lie.
was kind of
I will
fun.
probably play this game. Yeah, I'm digging it. It kind of reminds me of There's this one mouse game I played on PC. Ghost of a Tale. It was like a little rat dude. He was going on adventures and stuff. It kind of reminded me of that a little bit. Star Wars Outlaws, which we knew was coming to Switch 2. Yeah, man. Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Let's see. What else? Ooh, Chronos New Dawn.
Yes,
By the
sir.
Bloober team. It's coming to Nintendo
hmm
Switch 2. So
They
that's
make
cool.
the Silent Hill games.
It's what?
They make the Silent Hill games.
Right,
The
right,
Silent
right,
Hill
right.
2 game that came out. Yeah.
Right. Shout outs to the people who are not cowardice like me. Shout outs to y'all. Y'all gonna have a great time. I just know you are. Let's see what's next after that. Yakuza Kiwami 1 and
Yakuza.
2. Yes, Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2. I thought those games were already on Switch, no?
They are. I don't, like I said, I don't know what
I mean,
version,
I could look it up right
what
now.
game. It's so many Yakuza games,
There's a
man.
lot of Yakuza games.
So many.
I just assumed that
There's
the
a
Yakuza
lot.
games were already on Switch and that these were just like an update, basically. Let me see. Let me look it up on my Switch right now. Yakuza.
I also get confused because I had on Game Pass they was coming out with a bunch of the Yakuza games too.
Correct. I have a couple of them on Game Pass. Yakuza Kiwami is on Switch 1. So
Is it?
yeah. Yakuza
But
Kiwami is on Switch 1. And Yakuza 0 is on Switch 2. It actually launched with the Switch. So Yakuza Kiwami 2 is new to Switch. Yakuza Kiwami 1 is getting basically an update on Switch 2. I thought Yakuza 0 was the first Yakuza. Am I tripping? Nah. See,
no, it's not the
that's
first.
the confusing thing. It's like there's so many Yakuza games. I don't know which one is which. I don't follow the series. But anyway, for the Yakuza fans, those are coming. Let's see. What else? Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, they showed a sizzle reel.
The sizzle reel.
What in the world is going on? Hold up. There we go. Let me go back. Something happened to my what's the name? All right.
The Nintendo
So, yeah.
didn't get you, did it?
Nah. Usually it's the music. If the music ain't playing, you'll be alright. They'll be alright. Oh yeah, Borderlands, Shinobi, Romancing Saga.
NBA Bounce.
NBA Bounce looks so cute. It looks cute. I don't care what nobody say. It looks cute. And remind you, I'm not a sports person. Hello Kitty! I forgot Hello Kitty DLC. Yes, I'm so excited. I don't care.
Another 250 hours for Miss Nia.
I don't care. That Shinobi game do look good though.
You be on that game. Yeah, it
Oh,
does.
you getting Shinobi? You getting it?
Shinobi and Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And
But y'all was hating
then
on Ninja Gaiden.
right, and then after the scissor reel, they showed Adventures, the Adventures of Elliot, which is I played the demo. It's actually pretty cool. The
Hmm.
Adventures of Elliot is another one of those HD 2D action RPG, or not action, but RPGs from Square.
This one is action. This one is action.
Yes, but the other ones are not. That's why I just
Yeah.
said RPG to keep it general. Cause like Lava
Okay.
Lob is turn based. Dragon Quest, the HD2 remakes are turn based, and the other Octopath, all of them turn based. I think this is the
Yeah.
only action RPG that they've done in the HD2D remake or the HD2D style, right? I
I
think
think
the other
so.
ones are turn based.
Otherwise, I would have played them.
Yeah, I mean I've played them, so obviously they're turn based because I love turn based. But and then the last thing that they showed was come
Octopath.
on, thing. What's going on? It's like the circle of doom. There we go. And then the last thing they showed was Octopath Traveler Zero. And then that was it. That was the partner showcase. And before we get into our thoughts, I just wanted to ask any of you guys, did anything stand out to you guys? Is there anything that you thought about when you saw, or even maybe your hopes and your dreams, like things that you wanted to see, the things that you were expecting to see in the show? Um, I don't know. What about you, Keith? Was there anything that you wanted to see, like before going in?
Absolutely.
Is there anything you wanted to see?
I wanted to see if they had something more with Dustbloods. I wanted to know if we was going to
Yeah,
get some more information. So, I
yeah,
mean, first and the last time we saw that game was April 2nd when they had the big reveal.
right.
And that was the one game that I was hoping to see um, from this direct. Other than that, I didn't have any expectations.
See, I don't. I'm gonna be honest. Like before a Nintendo Direct, I never really have expectations.
Hmm.
I'm always the kind of gamer that's like, they'll show what they show, you know, like whatever they
Yep.
show, I'll take it from there. If they show some heat, it's heat. If they show something that's not really my thing, I like, that ain't really my thing. Um, but I felt like for me, as far as like what I wanted to see, I really, 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 really wanted to see more key ports. And I made a Twitter post about it. Like some of the key ports that I wanted to see, like games that I've played that I love. Like I wanted an Expedition 33 port. Like I know that game is
Oh,
already out and is available on everything else, but that game is so fire. Like I wanted to double dip. Like, and I want other people who have maybe haven't played it to give it a chance. I really wanted to see Expedition 33. I really wanted to see Metaphor ReFantazio. Like
mhm.
I really wanted to see Monster Hunter Rise at the very least for Monster Hunter representation. I wanted to see Monster Hunter Rise get a Nintendo Switch 2 uh update, and we didn't get that.
No, we didn't. We didn't get it.
We didn't get that.
We didn't get any Xbox games that
No
everybody was saying
Xbox
that we were going to get.
games. No Xbox,
None.
no Halo Master Chief, and no, and let's not make any mistakes here. I was not expecting any of that. Like I know a lot of people went
Right.
in, they
Right.
leaned in with that because of the rumors and everything. But for me, I was just like, they show what they show. But I was at least here. Okay, I said that I didn't really have expectations, but I think I was at least hoping to see one, those games that I just mentioned, two, those Xbox games that are coming out on other platforms, and then I was also kind of hoping to see more of those third party games that they were showing off at Summer Game Fest. Cause
Right.
during Summer Game Fest, right when the Nintendo Switch 2 had just come out, everybody was like, well, nobody's showing anything for the Switch 2. Like you see the trailer, and at the end of the trailer, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and you might get an occasional Nintendo Switch 1. But it was like for like, smaller games, which is fine. I like smaller games. But the hope was that whenever Nintendo did have another showcase, that we would hopefully see a lot of those games that didn't have a Nintendo Switch 2 logo at the end of the trailers. That didn't happen. So for me, that was disappointing.
Right.
What do you think?
So you let the rumors get to you. Is that what you're saying?
It's not even that I let the rumors get to me. I think I was just hoping that the games that we saw during the summertime, at least some of those would be slated for Switch 2 as well. It wasn't necessarily the rumors, it was the expectation. Like, there's a lot of bangers that were announced at Summer Game Fest. I was hoping at least a few of them, a handful of them, will be like, oh, by the way, these games are also coming to Nintendo Switch 2. So
yeah, my expectation, like I said, I just really want to see more of Dust Bloods, but I agree with you, and I agree with the sentiments of others who were expecting those games from the summer showcase. Because the games that they showed are typically in their wheelhouse. These are like typical Nintendo games that we would see in a partner showcase, and it didn't seem that they stepped outside of their comfort zone. And I think that would have been great to see. Regardless of what they showed, I think it just would have been great. Like, we get Monster Hunter all the time. And not saying there's anything wrong with Monster Hunter stories, but we get those games all the time. The way they ended with Square Enix, with Octopath Traveler, and The Adventures of Elliot, which I think is a fire game. I played the demo as well.
Yeah.
But those are the typical games that we always see. So the people are saying it's trash, and Mr. T in there. Shout out to Mr. T.
I mean, I don't disagree. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't disagree.
No. Yeah, they because it's like, you always give us this Nintendo. Where's the you got this new system, you got the new power. I understand, so I get it.
Yeah, man. I mean, since we already here. By the way, if you're having some issues with the audio, please refresh the stream. Still having issues with the audio. And also, are you having issue with Keith's audio, or are you having issue with my audio, or is it the audio in general, so that I can kind of specify where I need to adjust for those of you guys who are having audio issues?
Yeah, please let me know.
But since we're here, man, all right, since we're here, is there anything from the direct that stood out to you? Is there anything that you, or do you like, is there anything that stood out to you? What was a disappointment for you? And what would you call this presentation, as far as like if you were to give it a score?
Okay, what stood out to me is the amount of new games that were actually shown. Me and you kind of went over this, and I know you can go down the list, but the amount of new games that were actually shown, and the amount of games that was coming day and date, I didn't expect that.
That surprised me.
That really surprised me, because I thought it was just going to be a bunch of games that we've already seen before, like the Borderlands and stuff, like, not Borderlands, but just games that we've already seen before. Because that's what the sentiment was with a lot of people. Like, oh, the Switch came out in June. You're going to get a bunch of late ports of games that came out early in the year or even older. But the fact that we got a lot of new games and a lot of day-and-day games coming up, that was very surprising.
Right.
What disappointed me? Star Wars Outlaws disappointed me.
Star Wars God. Listen, that game looks horrible.
That game looks so bad. Like, if you go back and watch it, you'll see very low polygon counts. Mm-hmm. Like, when that shit was taken off, I was like, what is this? The Switch? It was bad.
It was bad.
Star Wars Outlaws looks bad.
It was bad. It was bad. It was bad.
It was really bad.
It was bad.
But the game,
yeah.
I was gonna say, but the game that has my eye is Chronos, and everybody's kind of saying it in the chat as well. Chronos looks really good, and it's coming day and date with all the other platforms. Uh, support it wherever you want to support it.
Right.
Support that dev. If you want to support it on the Switch too, do that. If you want to buy it on Steam, PlayStation, whatever, but definitely support that dev. The game looks good.
Right. 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 So, what would you give the direct? What would you rate it?
Oh, I give it a C minus.
See, minus. Oh,
I
you're
think I think
kind.
yeah,
You're very
I'm
kind.
kind.
You're very kind.
I'm a very kind person.
You are
But I
very
have to give it a
kind.
C minus because overall the direct was very samey. But I
Um,
have to applaud them for the amount of new games that's coming out and the fact that we are getting day and date games. So I have to give them some credit for that. It wasn't a sleeper
T.
like
Wait a minute.
all these old games.
So
Huh?
sorry. I'm sorry, T. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Keep going. I'm laughing at T's comment. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, but I'm just giving them some I'm shooting them some bill for having day and date games. But I give them a C minus.
Okay. All right. All right. So I'll start with my disappointments because I feel like my disappointments are very selfish. I can admit that my disappointments are very selfish because I had an expectation based on what I believe that the Nintendo Switch 2 is. So my biggest disappointment came from the fact that, to piggyback off of what you said, is like the games and everything that was showed just seemed so samey. It felt like the type of directs that we were getting during the Switch 1 era. And in my mind, even though the Switch 2 was not like this powerhouse, it's significantly more powerful than the Switch 1, and we're in a space to where we are approaching parity. And I always say approaching parity because we're not at parity, because I mean we're still, of course, limited by the form factor of the Nintendo Switch 2, but we are approaching parity. So my expectations of the type of games that will come to the Nintendo Switch 2 are a little bit higher than the expectations of the games that I felt like will be coming to the original Switch. So seeing a lot of the HD 2D remakes, a lot of the indie stuff, like, to me, that was a little bit disappointing. And don't get me wrong, I like the HD 2D remakes. Like I just told you guys, like I love Live Alive. I love the Dragon Quest HD 2D remakes. I don't have Octopath, unfortunately, but the HD 2D games that I have played, I absolutely love them. But whenever those games came out, they were showcased as a basically showpiece for the Nintendo Switch system. And because the Nintendo Switch was not as capable as the other consoles, there weren't real expectations for the visuals of those devices. And I just felt like, for me, I wanted for Nintendo to showcase games that prove exactly how much more improved the Nintendo Switch 2 is over the Nintendo Switch 1. And I understand that is a very selfish thing because, for one, the Nintendo Switch 2 just came out. And then for two, just because a game isn't a visual showpiece doesn't mean that it's not a valuable game. Of course, you and I both know that, but there's still this selfish part of you that just wants to see what the Nintendo Switch 2 can do with other people's games that aren't Nintendo. Or maybe that's just a me thing. I don't know. So that was a disappointment for me. But as far as the things that did stand out to me, the things that did stand out to me, for sure, Monster Hunter Stories 3. I really do enjoy Monster Hunter Stories 2. I did not play Monster Hunter Stories 1 on the 3DS. I was not interested at that time. I was still like, this is not a real Monster Hunter game. But of course, when you get older, your tastes expand. So I'm excited for that. Hyrule Warriors looks good. Now, to those of y'all who don't follow me on Twitter, I got a little bit of beef with Koei Tecmo. If you follow me, you know I got a little bit of beef with Koei Tecmo. Count your days, girl. Count your days. But anyway, it looks good. Prayerfully, it runs well. That's really my only thing.
That's it.
That's my only thing, is that hopefully it runs well. So that stood out to me. Hella stood out to me. That's a cute looking game. Like that's the kind of game that you could play kind of like in between like a major release or between major releases. What else stood out to me? Oh, I think you kind of touched on this too. What stood out to me were actually how many new things were revealed today, and then how many date games were released today. That stood out to me. Another thing that stood out to me was Pac-Man World 2 Remastered. Y'all, I have a lot of love in my heart for Pac-Man World 2. When I was a teenager, my brother and I used to wear that game out on the PlayStation 2. I have so much love in my heart for that game. I was so ecstatic when I saw that it was unveiled. I was like, oh my god, like, oh, the nostalgia. The nostalgia. Yeah, but that stood out to me. Of course the Hello Kitty DLC stood out to me. I have so many hours.
I mean, I was waiting on it.
Yeah, I have so many hours in Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I'm so excited for the DLC. And that's pretty much it that really stood out to me. And for me, if I were to give this a grade, I'm not gonna be as nice as Keith. I feel like this game is a solid D. It's almost an F. It's almost an F. It's almost. You
gonna give it a D plus?
It's almost an F. It's like a D minus. It's like a solid D minus. Yeah. Because even though there were some highlights in the show, I had to reach deep within my gamer's gut to find them.
Yeah.
It wasn't like an automatic banger. I have to be like, you know what? Well, let me be open-minded. I would play this game in between a major release, but it wasn't like a banger. I feel like really and truly, other than my deep nostalgia for Pac-Man World 2, the only banger in the show was Monster Hunter Stories 3. Like, that opened the show. It made me feel hopeful that we would see some actual Monster Hunter games on the Switch too, and that unfortunately didn't happen. For those of you guys who don't know, by the way, Monster Hunter Rise is currently on sale on the Nintendo Switch 1 for $10 if you get Monster Hunter Rise by itself, $15 if you get Monster Hunter Rise plus Sunbreak. There is no upgrade pack yet, but something in my heart tells me that there's going to be an upgrade pack or upgrade path. Something tells me it's coming, because right now, based on certain reports, Capcom is not happy. They're not happy with the sales of Wilds. And apparently, not even apparently, I've experienced this also. Monster Hunter Wilds is terribly optimized.
They know what they got to do.
Just go back to the basics with Rise, baby. Rely on your traditional style. Please give us an upgrade path. Please. I'm literally begging.
You know what they got to do. They gotta put that RE engine out to pasture. They gotta let it go.
Please get rid of the RE engine from Monster Hunter. I'm literally begging. Literally begging. Get rid of it. Just like how Koei Tecmo needs to get rid of their Katana engine.
Man.
They need to get rid of that RE engine, baby. Get rid of it.
Just go ahead and embrace what we at, UE engine 5. Just embrace it.
Embrace it, bro. If you want optimized games, just go with a standard engine, baby. Just go with a standard engine, baby. Absolutely. All right, I would like to go through these comments and kind of get some opinions from the people. Let me see.
Mr. T got a great comment.
All right, let me go through the comments. I can't do it on, for some reason I can't do it through OBS. I wonder if I can do it here. Level, Level is here.
There it is.
We taking
What's up,
your
bro?
slot, boy. We taking your slot. Cause
No, no,
tonight
no, no,
is
no, no.
live and level gamers night, but my boy is not here, so we taking his slot, boy. And I say nigga on this channel, just saying.
Oh gosh.
You know they goody two shoes over yonder. I say nigga on this
Hey,
channel.
don't do that. I'm sitting right here. Live and Levels Gamers Podcast, 8:30 Thursday night every weekday, baby. Let's go.
No, I love the
Don't
Live
do
and
that.
Gamers
Don't do that.
podcast where gamers come to talk. All right, let me see what's going on with the chat. Just give me a sec. Okay, let me pull out. This is on YouTube, by the way. I cannot access Twitch comments right now. I am so sorry. So this is based off the YouTube. All right, so my girl Rose said okay, shout out to my girl Adriana Rose in the chat. She has been roasting the hell out of Nintendo this last week. My girl ain't playing with Nintendo. Nintendo said, y'all better bring her some games, okay? She said she loved Mario Kart. She loved Donkey Kong, but she say, explain to me why I spent all this coin, okay? Y'all better show her some games. Throw her some Animal Crossing or some Monster Hunter or something. Anyway, so what is y'all saying in the chat? Okay, so I got some fellow Pack Worlds. You can also look through the chat with me as well if I miss anybody or something stands out to you. I got a couple of Pac-Man World 2 fans in the chat as well. J Big says that Hyrule Warriors is a buy as well for him. Zentreya says that Persona 3 is my jam. Love all the Persona games. Sandstorm.
Hey, the Sandstorm store.
Huh?
Campfire is a dumb pass, bro. You don't want to roast marshmallows? You don't want to roast marshmallows and talk to your friends? Come on, bro.
You know what I think?
Hey, you know
that Campfire game is game chat bait. That's all that is. They trying to make y'all niggas subscribe to NSO so y'all can play a Campfire game.
Wait, Nintendo didn't make that game. Hold on, Nintendo didn't
make the game, but that's why it's a showpiece for the show. Cause they game chat, yeah.
Somebody said it would have been perfect during COVID. And I was like, you know what?
During COVID. Absolutely.
That would have been perfect.
It sure would. Absolutely. But yes, that's not a Nintendo made game, but it's a game chat focused game. There's a reason why they threw that in there. They trying to sell y'all that NSO so y'all can subscribe. I mean, they got me. I said for years I was never gonna subscribe to NSO, and here I am, whole hypocrite.
Right.
And I'm enjoying it now, which is crazy. I didn't see the vision at first, but I enjoy it now. JPX said you could never catch me camping. That's crazy. Okay, people in the chat are excited for Chronos. Sandstorm is excited for Chronos. And apparently NBA Bounce. NBA Bounce stood out to me because it reminded me of them old school like NBA Street, NBA Jam. That type
NBA
of
Jam, he's heating up.
And I thought NBA Bounce looked cute. I thought it looked cute. Mr. T said the direct was butt.
No, continue. He said, flaming cheeks.
Flaming cheeks is crazy.
Not just butt.
He said flaming cheeks. He ain't lying though. He ain't lying. Yeah. I'm sorry. He's right. I mean, in my opinion, he's right. That's funny, bro. What else?
J Big said he demanded Halo and Gears of War. It would have been great. It would have been great to see those, especially Gears of War. What's it, 0 Day or something like that?
E-Day.
That would have been cool. E-Day. It would have been cool.
That's a new Gears. They're not gonna bring no new Gears.
Why not?
That's a new story.
Microsoft need all the help they can get.
I mean, I understand that, but like, they're not bringing no new games. Like, I was expecting at least like Halo Master Chief Collection or like Gears of War Reloaded. Like, I was expecting that. Not like E-Day. E-Day is like they new upcoming game.
Somebody said if it could run on the Xbox Series S, it could run on the Switch too. So
That's not
it should
always
have
true.
been.
That's not always true.
It's a joke. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
I mean,
I'm
I know
just
that,
kidding.
but I need people to understand that's not always the case.
Nah, it's not.
Especially if it's a CPU heavy game. Yeah, that's not. It's not always 1-to-1 with that comparison. Um, the people Sandstorm agreed that Outlaws does not look good like at all. That game looks crazy.
No, it is
Yeah.
it's really bad. And that just makes me think about when Digital Foundry was questioning whether or not that game was even going to be able to be ported, and now we're looking at it. So I don't I'm not over here defending Digital Foundry, but that game does look bad.
It does.
It looks really bad.
It does look bad. Like, ugh, I don't know. There's some people in the chat who gave their score.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Jay Big said it was a C. He said that there was 4 games that he's probably going to buy. Sandstorm said there's at least 4 games he'd like to buy. He said he's not mad. Plus new games we haven't seen. You know, I'm trying to look at it from their perspective too. That's why I made that list of the games that were new, like newly announced. Even though they weren't big hitters outside of Monster Hunter Stories 3 for me. And then also, there's a lot of day and date. Like, I think that, I mean, we could talk about it. I mean, we here. There are so many people who are mad about other things surrounding the Nintendo Switch 2 that people didn't realize that a lot of the games, 1, had feature parity, 2, visual parity, and then 3, a lot of them were day and date and new. Like, I think
7.
Huh?
Just according to your list, there's 7 brand new games.
7 brand new
7.
games, yeah. And then a lot of those were day and date releases. And I don't know how many people in here who have been, like, I know, like, you know, Sandstorm's been in the community a long time. Mr. T's been in the community a long time. We, like, as a Nintendo community, like, one thing that we always used to complain about in previous Nintendo generations was that not only did the third party ports not ever have, or generally didn't have, feature parity, visual parity, but when the Wii U got them, they were never day and date. True. And so I think that if nothing else, the fact that a lot of these games are day and date is a testament to possibly how easy it is to develop for the Nintendo Switch 2. How much of a priority that a lot of these game makers feel like it is to make sure that they have their game on the Nintendo Switch 2. I think that means something. Like, even though the announcements were not like banger AAA announcements, the actions of these game makers is speaking louder than the collection of games that we saw today. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't give this show an F. Because I was like, yo, a lot of new stuff was shown, and a lot of the stuff is day and date. And especially if you are like a Nintendo gamer who's been a Nintendo gamer for a long time, like, y'all know how huge day and date is. We haven't seen day and date in a long time on Nintendo from third parties. Especially like bigger companies, you know? What else are y'all saying in the chat? Blah, blah, blah. Star Wars was an ugly game in general.
No, I can't say that because
I don't agree with that either.
I played it back a few months ago. They had a demo on Steam and probably on PlayStation, and I played the demo, and I was just like in awe of how beautiful that game was. I was in Tatooine, and seeing all the sand what are they called? Stormtroopers. I was going to say sand troopers. Seeing all the stormtroopers and going in all the locations that you've seen in the movies, I was highly impressed by the visuals of of course, I was playing on PC, but I was highly impressed by the visuals. I thought it was very beautiful, and to see what they're offering on the Switch too is jarring.
It is,
It's not.
bro. And it's like,
It's
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
no, it's not good. But go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I know the Nintendo Switch 2 isn't the most powerful console, but like I know they could have did better than that.
Yep.
I know they could have did better than that. But to be fair, Ubisoft didn't make it. It's Support Studio, Massive Studios, or whatever the name of the studio made it. And not that that's an excuse, but yeah, it could have been better.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think Ubisoft could have did any better. Just saying. I really don't think they could have did any better. I think it is what it is at this point. There's some games just ain't gonna look good.
I mean, I can't. I'm on mute because what do you say to that?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, let's see. People are saying that they are getting Chronos. Sandstorm says Chronos looks like a successor to Eternal Darkness and Dead Space. Spooky game enjoyers. Can you confirm? I don't play the spooky, creepy, gory games. I don't do that.
I don't know about Eternal Darkness. I can't say that.
Mm-hmm.
Dead Space, maybe. I like the Dead Space connection, but maybe I don't know about Eternal Darkness. Mind you, I didn't beat Eternal Darkness, but I did enjoy it for what it was.
Yeah. I mean, based on what I can see visually, it does remind me a lot of It reminds me a lot of the Alien games and Dead Space.
Yeah.
To me, that's what it's looking like. But I don't play those kind of games. Don't send them to me. Don't buy me none. Don't give me none because you're gonna waste your money. I think somebody tried to buy me a spooky game on Steam one time. I was like, baby, you are wasting your money. I will never play this game.
Spooky game.
Your game will go in my Steam backlog, baby. I will never play it. What else are the people saying? Oh, Zentreya gave it a C-. Sandstorm says, nah, Nia, the same directs as we were getting towards the end of the life of Switch 1. You think this is comparable to like the end of the life cycle Switch 1 directs? I don't know if I agree with that.
Well, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit because I wanted to get the levels comment.
Sure.
He said not enough differentiation from the Switch 1, and I think this kind of goes with that previous comment. That's kind of what I was saying earlier, is that it felt samey.
Right.
That a lot of the games that they were bringing were safe games that we typically see at Nintendo Directs, whether it be first party or third party. It's a very safe thing. Now, of course, we know Nintendo's doing their analytics and they're looking at who's buying their games and how they're going to generate the desire to want to go out and buy their platforms. So of course we're going to see these types of games, so that's why you see a farming game every single Nintendo Direct, because people buying farming games.
Hey, listen, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm the target audience for all those farming games.
You are the target audience. So of course we're going to see these games.
I'm the nigga buying them farming games.
So Nia, send all your hate mail to Nia. But that's why you see a lot of samey things. But I agree with both comments, and I do feel like Nintendo needs to step outside of their comfort zone and show us something.
I do agree with that. But you know what I also think too? I think that people just don't have their hands on dev kits. And if they do, they probably just got their hands on it.
I've been hearing that too. Yeah.
Because there's this rumor, not even a rumor, like people have spoken on it. Like I don't know if you guys follow Warframe, but every year the developers of Warframe have like this con called TennoCon that's dedicated, or it revolves around Warframe. And I do like Warframe. I have Warframe on PC and Switch, and I think I also have it on the PlayStation 4, but I mostly played it on the PC. And I was wondering if there was going to be an upgrade path for Warframe on the Nintendo Switch 2. And when somebody asked one of the developers about it at TennoCon, just that happened like last week or 2 weeks ago, they said they do not have access to dev kits yet. Somebody also asked, it was another developer, blah, blah, blah. I think it might have been the Splitgate 2 people. I don't remember who, but it was another developer. Somebody asked, like, hey, like, y'all gonna bring a Nintendo Switch 2 version? And they were like, oh, well, we don't have access to dev kits. And you just hear a lot of these stories about how people are asking developers about a Switch 2 version of games, and they simply just do not have access to dev kits. And if they do, it's very, very recent. So we're still playing a waiting game, unfortunately, for some of these games that we would like to see. I think that's probably why I was disappointed about no Monster Hunter update, no what's the name? No Metaphor ReFantazio, because Atlas and Capcom had representation at the showcase, but yet we had nothing else from them, so that was a little disappointing. Let's see. I think the next direct is gonna be fire though, because the next direct is gonna be a general direct, and it's gonna be all about Nintendo with some third parties, of course. To go with what you said, J Big. J Big said Nintendo always has a good direct, and then the next one is blah. So the next one should be good. And then Mr. T says the worst part was all those games were likely game key cards. Y'all already know my opinion on game key cards. I don't really feel like
Talk about it.
I don't really think they're
No.
I don't really think they're that big of an issue. I don't really think they're that big of an issue.
This conversation is crazy. This is not at Mr. T, but like I understand that there are collectors out there.
Have you seen T's game room? I know why he feel how he feel, but I don't think it's that big of an issue.
Mr. T justified. He got everything.
Yeah.
Like he got a Game Gear. Like
yeah, that man has everything.
Like, but I honestly feel like this day and age that digital gaming is I don't want to say it's the new thing. We've been doing digital games for a long time. And then if you go to Nia's page, she has a video of her actually still being able to download Wii U games. There was somebody that was saying that they're still able to download Wii games.
Yeah.
So this fear that Nintendo's going to shut off servers and you're not going to have access to those games anymore, you will have to show proof of that. Because right now, I'm not seeing it.
You're right. And my thing is this. Things get taken down off of storefronts all of the time. It's not unreasonable to be like, oh, well, one day this could happen. But I do think that because there's no evidence of Nintendo doing that, I just feel like we're jumping the gun.
Right.
I think we're jumping the gun. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, we're gonna talk about it. Since we here, goddamn. Since we here, let's talk about it. All right. So I've been having conversations with people on Twitter about game key cards, and really, one thing that I'm noticing about the conversation about game key cards is it's two parts. It's two parts fear mongering and also misinformation. Here are the facts about game key cards. The information is not on the game key card. The only thing that's on the game key card, for the most part, is the license to the game. In order to get your game, you have to put the game key card in your device and then download the content from the servers, right? From the internet.
Correct.
And then after you download it that one time, you can go offline with it. The only thing that you need is your console. It's not tied to any account system. They can't take it from your account. If you are the kind of person who keeps your consoles, which I do, I have my Wii U behind me right now. Better yet, let me go get it. I'll be right back.
Yeah, and I hope she comes back and give us a demonstration of the game.
I got my Wii U right
you was playing Pushmo?
I was playing Pushmo. I got my Wii U and I got my 3DS. I don't know if my 3DS got battery. Hold on, I'm gonna go get my 3DS too, because I want to show y'all something.
While she's gone, let's talk about the war and God. No, I'm sorry.
I got some opinions on that. I don't want to say it on stream though. All I'm gonna say is people deserve the right to have autonomy and self-determination, and it ain't happening in Gaza to them people, and that's wrong. Anyway, so I got my Wii U, and I have my 3DS here with me. Mind you, I say all of this to say there's a lot of fear mongering about the servers, which is, like I said, a valid concern. I will never take away people's ability to express themselves, to feel concerned about a changing market. We all felt it when music was changing. We all felt it when TV was changing. This is a very common feeling when the market is changing from what it once was to a completely different, unrecognizable format. I get it. So I know I be calling you niggas brokies on Twitter, and I be like, just get a SD card, you brokey. You know, I say all that shit on Twitter, but ultimately I do it for comedic effect. I do get it, even though some of them niggas are brokies who don't want to get an SD card. But there are some real concerns that people have there that I kind of want to dispel, because this is causing a lot of anxiety for a lot of people. Okay?
Yes.
And I want to give you guys my gaming background so that you guys kind of have an idea of where I'm coming from. I am a gamer who likes to collect and keep her things. I have a Nintendo 64 behind me. I have a PlayStation 3 behind me. I have a PlayStation 4 behind me. I have a Wii U right here. And then I have a 3DS right here. I've also, well, until, you know, it got lost, I kept my Super Nintendo until it got lost. I kept my Sega Genesis until it got lost. I gave my PlayStation 2 to my brother, and he did something with it. I don't know what he did. But anyway, I had it up until a few years ago, and then I let my brother borrow it, and then I never got it back. So I say all of that to say, I'm a person who keeps her things. Okay? And when everybody was making all of this fuss about game key cards, I was also concerned. I'm like, oh, wait. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? So I turned on my Wii U and my 3DS for myself to see if the server thing is a real thing. All right? So I posted a video on Twitter on July 3rd. Y'all can go look it up. Go to my page, The Video Game Her on Twitter, and then on my search bar, type Wii U. You will see a video on my channel from July 3rd that shows me re-downloading a game on my Wii U. I'll show y'all what I downloaded. I actually downloaded, hold on, y'all remember these loading times were so freaking slow. Oh my God, that's so
No, we got to go back to that. We got to go back to slow loading times.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired. All right, I'm gonna go to my download management. Come on, Wii U. Come on, do your thing. Come on now. All right. So if you guys go, if I go to my download, okay? Y'all can't tell because of my light. Hold on. Can I make it less bright? Hold up. I'm gonna show y'all what I got and then what I downloaded. How do I turn my brightness down? Hold up. Y'all know I'm an old lady now. I'm technologically illiterate in today's time.
I don't remember nothing about the Wii U.
It's too bright. It's still too bright. Oh my God, it's still too bright.
Can you turn off your lamp?
I turned it as low as I could get it, but I think the issue is the brightness of the Wii U screen. Can you turn down the brightness on your Wii U screen? I never tried.
We believe you.
Anyway, just go to my YouTube. Not my YouTube. Go to my Twitter, because I show a video of me re-downloading a game. Re-downloading a game on my Wii U. So there's this misconception, to go back to what I was saying before I got, what's the name? before I got sidetracked. There's this misconception that you can no longer go back and access all of the games that you had for Wii. Let me turn my brightness back up. Wii U, and 3DS, which is wrong. When I go to my eShop on the Wii U and the 3DS, I tested it on both systems. When I go, this is so slow. Oh my God. I think the Switch, like we talk about the Switch, UI, but baby, I'm used to zip, and then I got to go back to my Wii U and wait 40 days and 40 nights, Lord. All right. All right. So when you go to the eShop, I'm gonna go to my eShop on my Wii U right now. I wish that I could show y'all this, but I don't know how to turn this brightness down.
Man, did they still got the music?
Yes, it still has the music. It still has the charm. I miss this charm, y'all.
The Nintendo charm
is the Nintendo charm is gone. My God. Oh my God. All right, y'all. I'm still waiting on the eShop to do the thing. I don't know how to turn my brightness down on the Wii U gamepad. I don't know if you can do that. But when you go, I can't do it. I can't show you. I feel like when your games on the Wii U inevitably die, you will probably be dead. Your Wii U will probably outlive you.
No, that's crazy.
Which is crazy because that's when Nintendo used to have Nintendium. Your Wii U will probably outlive you, folks. Just saying. All right.
Hey, Nintendium is right there with Adamantium, by the way. If y'all didn't know.
Oh, I wish I could show you what I'm seeing right now. But anyway, when you go to your eShop, y'all can't see that. My God. Y'all can't see that. But when you go to your eShop and you go down to your downloads, y'all can't see that, God. You go to downloaded software. You go to downloaded software. Every game, and mind you, I had digital games on the Wii U, but most of my Wii U games were physical. I had some trash digital games. I had Lost Reavers. Y'all remember Lost Reavers? That dungeon crawler? Oh my God. I had Freedom Planet. Huh?
It was trash to me.
Oh my God. It was garbage. My hard drive is still alive. My hard drive is still alive. I have digital games on my actual Wii U console. And then I also bought an external hard drive that is currently attached to my Wii U right now. And that's what I downloaded. Animal Crossing, what was it? The Plaza, whatever. That's what I downloaded that on. I have Affordable Space Adventures, Minish Cap, a lot of these older games, Zero Mission, Injustice. I have the first Injustice game on the Wii U. Fast Racing. I had all of these digital. When you go to your I wish I could show y'all. But when you go to your eShop and you go to your profile on the Wii U and you go to your downloaded games, they have an option for any game that you deleted because you needed extra space or whatever, and they have an option for you to download it from the eShop. I wish I could show y'all what I'm looking at. And this is also true, if y'all remember, this is also true from, y'all can't see, but I'm looking at Metroid Prime Trilogy, the Wii version, Punch-Out, the Wii version. This is also true for the Wii version of the games that you bought on the eShop on the Wii U. You can go back and re-download those games today. Because I did it 3 weeks ago. I did it. And then I also played my digital games on a 3DS, and the 3DS eShop is the same. When you get on your 3DS and you go to the eShop and you go to your profile, your eShop profile, it does the same thing. You go in there, you go all the way to where it says downloaded games. Because I have a couple of retail games that I have downloaded on the 3DS. I have Ocarina of Time 3D, Castlevania. What's the name? Castlevania Lords of Shadow. I have that on here as well. But you go to your shop. And then you go to your, I forgot what I did last time. I don't remember the menu that I went to. But like, to add some nuance to what I'm saying, because I know I'm kind of all over the place right now, because I'm trying to sift through menus. I did all of this on a whim like a few weeks ago. There's a way for you to re-download the games that you bought previously. And then all of my digital games, I can still access them. I can still go back and play the digital games that I bought on both 3DS and the Wii U right now. So while I do understand that there is a fear associated with a digital future because anything could be taken down at any time, my Wii U offline, I can play any game that I want. My 3DS offline, I can play any game I want. And then with the game key cards, if you play offline, they can't do nothing to your game. It's the same thing as the way the digital games have always worked. I feel like,
let me
for
ask you
me,
a question. I want to ask you a question. Why did you do this? Were you trying to see if all of the fear mongering was true,
Yes.
or was you just, like researching?
I was trying to see if the fear mongering has some merit, because like in my mind, I'm like, there's a lot of hubbub around this. Like, why are people so mad? Like, maybe I'm being closed-minded. So I went to go see for myself, like, does this have any merit? When I went to my eShop, I didn't expect to see downloaded software and see all of the software that I already had and that I could actually go in and re-download it again. I didn't think that I would be able to do that in big 2025. So then when I realized, like, oh shoot, I might not be able to buy, because let's add some nuance here. I can't go to the eShop and buy a game from the eShop right now. The eShop itself, the monetary portion, is closed. But if you already have this game in some capacity, you can go back and re-download it. That's all I'm saying. So even though I do understand why people are skeptical, because for one, Nintendo hasn't made... Speaking specifically about Nintendo, they have to earn people's trust when it comes down to online services. And I get that. But as of current time, the fear doesn't justify what's happening in real life. That's really the nicest way I can put it. I'm not trying to call niggas delusional. But what I'm saying is, I just downloaded a game that was made more than a decade ago on my Wii U. And then Wii games that I currently have that were on the virtual like, I didn't go in and go to the Wii mode. Like, I didn't go that deep. I should have went that deep. But my thing is, I still have access to the games that I bought. I don't have a single game that I bought previously that I no longer have access to. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that people shouldn't be mad. I'm not saying people shouldn't be skeptical. But for me, it's like, there's a lot of misinformation that says that this is a thing that has already happened, and it hasn't already happened. Like, be mad about the fact that you have to download your game to the console, and therefore you have to buy a micro SD express card. Be mad at the fact that you gotta do something extra to get more storage. Be mad at that. Fine. Like, if you're not a PC gamer who's already upgrading their storage, I have 6 hard drives in my PC. I have a problem. I have a problem. I have 6 hard drives in my PC. I have 4 hard drives and I have 2 solid state drives. So for me, and I'm speaking specifically for me, And I feel like a lot of people fall into this category. A lot of you niggas are already upgrading your storage.
You see that comment?
I'm sorry.
There's a comment from J Biggs. He says, not J. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, J Biggs. Matt Jazz. He says Enneagram is removing 68 titles from the Switch in September. I just quickly Googled that.
Uh-huh.
And it says Instagram is delisting over 100 games from the Japanese PlayStation Store and Nintendo Switch eShop on September 30th, 2025.
Uh-huh.
A few bullet points. Affected platforms: PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, Nintendo Switch eShop. They didn't give a reason for why they're ending, but it says they're ending sales. So it says Enneagram will continue to provide support for users who have purchased the games. Users who already purchased the games will still be able to re-download them, transfer to new publishers. 34 titles are being transferred to new publishers who will take over publishing responsibility. Excuse me. A sale will be held for some of the affected titles before the delisting date.
Gotcha.
So they're not just taking it away. They're
So
if you already own the games, it's yours.
If you already own the game, it's yours. And I want to piggyback off of that because Keith and I were talking about this a couple of weeks ago because I was reminiscing about this survival game that I played on Steam years ago. What was the name of that game again? Osiris New Dawn. It was remember we were talking about Osiris New Dawn. We were talking about survival games.
That's right.
Because that was around the time that I bought what's the name? No Man's Sky for Switch 2, the upgrade path. And I was reminiscing about my experience with survival games and how I'm generally bad at them, but for some reason I'm really good at No Man's Sky and Power World. But so I was like, damn, like I forgot that game. So I went back through my Steam library and I researched the game. I'm like, damn, like do I still have this game? So long story short, the indie studio who made Osiris New Dawn was disbanding, and they were no longer supporting Osiris New Dawn, and therefore they took it off the store to be purchased. But then I discovered I could still download that game again and play it again. So like, yeah, there
library.
Huh?
It's still in my library too.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, there are definitely some situations where weird things happen with online games. But in my experience, I've always been able to re-download a game, even a game that stopped being supported on Steam, on PlayStation, on Nintendo. There was a situation some years ago where I don't know if you guys remember that it's an indie game called Hob. It's like an action adventure platformer style game called Hob, H-O-B. There was something that happened a couple of years ago where the studio disbanded, and it was a similar situation. They could no longer support the game. So they disbanded, they took the game off the shop for a little bit, but I still had access to the game because I had already previously beat it. But luckily something happened and the IP was able to be saved, and they were able to make some kind of like definitive edition for the Switch or some other platform. So that was a good thing. But I say all of that to say, I've never had a situation to where a game was and I'm not just talking about Nintendo. I'm talking about across all platforms: Steam, GOG, Epic, Nintendo, PlayStation Store. I've never had an issue with keeping my digital games. So for me, I just don't have that fear. And that's not to say that none of this could never happen. I'm not saying that this is not a thing that could never happen. But for me, I just feel like the fear doesn't justify what's happening in real life. At least from the way that I view things. And I think that a lot of people's fear is manifesting into actual misinformation. Like the fear about servers, I hate to say this, y'all, is not based in real life. It's just not. You don't have to like game key cards, but I feel like there's enough bad things or downsides to game key cards. There's so many things that go against a game key card versus a regular physical card that is real information and not just like fear mongering and how do I say projecting your fears onto others for not having as big of a fear as you. Like, I do not have a fear of digital. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a fear of digital games. I'm a collector-ish. If I can get it physical, I get it physical. If I can't, I don't. I just told y'all I own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 retro consoles. And I still, the ones who have internet connection, I still have all my games. Do game key cards take up space? Huh?
Let's play a little game. Let's say let's say they were taking away games. But like, let's say they're taking away games like 15 years later. Then what? How do the people respond? How do you feel about that? If they were taking away games 15 years from now, some of those games are gone.
The way that I feel about that is, if I don't connect to the internet, they can't take nothing from me. I have digital games on a PlayStation 3 that they can't take from me right now because it's not connected to my internet.
That's fair.
Like, the only reason why...
anyways.
Huh?
So it's not like they're updating
right,
anyways.
It's not getting new patches. There's no reason for my PS3 to be connected to the internet.
Right.
The only reason why my Wii U was connected to the internet is because I was trying to see if I can re-download things. I don't think that the corporations have as much power as y'all think they do. Unless it's a live service game. Because I used to play a game on Steam called Dirty Bomb. And those servers are completely off because that game was strictly an online game. So, but in the case of like a offline game or a single player game, there's no way they can really take it from you. Be like Mr. T and back up your games. Like, feel free. Like, I don't have a problem with that. Like, there's games that I have backed up on my PC. I have emulators on my PC. Like, I'm not above any of that. But as far as like me, here's my thing. Most of the people who are upset about game key cards are collectors. I'm a collector-ish. I don't say I'm a collector because I do dibble and dabble in digital. I'm a collector-ish. And I keep my consoles. I play emulators, but I 100% prefer to play on native hardware. I've always preferred native hardware if I could help it. So for me, if you have your native hardware, I'm not saying that it's 100% possibility, but I feel confident in saying that if you have your native hardware, you really shouldn't have no problems because the game key cards are not tied to an account. And I don't know how it works on the Wii U. I don't know if the Wii U is like the digital games on the Wii U are tied to an account or if it's tied to your actual system. That's something that I don't know. But what I do know is that when I go to my eShop account on my Wii U, a decade plus later, I can still download the games that I purchased back in that generation. And I feel like the game key cards are better because they're not attached to your account. They're tied to your console. And if you're a collector and you keep your consoles, the only thing you really got to keep up with is your micro SD express cards. If you so choose to buy game key cards. As for me, I know what kind of gamer that I am. I know that I dibble and dabble. No, they're tied to your system, not your account, J Biggs. As long as I have my Switch 2, I will always have my game. Oh, for the Wii U. Okay, thank you, J Biggs, for the clarification. They're tied to your system. That's better. Because that means that if my hard drive still works in my console, I always have my game. So to me, that's better than them being tied to an account. Because that's how you get issues with the servers possibly swooping up your game. To me. To me. But of course, this is a very divisive conversation. I know I've been calling you niggas brokies for like not buying micro SD cards. I'm sorry about that. Not really. But I'm really trying to be serious here and have like an actual conversation. Are we, as Nintendo fans, going to allow... But here's the thing, T. PC didn't always used to be all digital, brother. I remember going to Hastings. I don't know if you guys have had a Hastings or where you live. I remember going to Hastings and to Blockbuster when I was a teenager, when I was a child, and seeing PC discs of games right alongside your Nintendo games, your Sega games, your Xbox game. PC wasn't always digital. We have accepted PC as digital as the de facto, but it has not always been that. I remember going to like video stores and seeing like World of Warcraft discs in the gaming section. So
Conquer.
I
said Command and Conquer.
Command and Conquer.
You see that mess
I remember this, and this is before I really understood PC gaming. So I don't like the argument that we accept digital on the PC when really here's another thing that a lot of people are dancing around. People are dancing around the fact that you don't really have an issue with digital games. You don't really have an issue with game key cards. What you have an issue with is DRM.
Yes.
That's the issue that you have, and I think people don't really know how to articulate that. Your issue is with DRM. And I got some news for you, baby. Steam has hella games with DRM.
Yeah, there's ways around it, but
there's definitely ways around it.
But it's definitely DRM. I'm glad he brought up PC. I just want to chime in. The way I see it now, since I've been gaming on PCs since 2015, 2016, somewhere around there.
I've been on PC since 2013.
Okay. I don't have an attachment to any of this anymore. I like he said, I accepted the fate of the PC, and that's just my outlook when it comes to Switch, when it comes to my PlayStation 4 in there, the Switch 2, this PC. If it all went away, it went away. I'd find something else to do. That's just me. I'm not trying to advocate or push my thoughts on somebody else. I love seeing T when he's talking about his collections and bringing up old things. I love this. There's a lot of memories with that. I love seeing all that stuff, but I typically don't hang on to anything.
Yeah.
I don't like once I play a game. Let's say let's use Mario Kart. Mario Kart, $80. I better go get $160 worth of gameplay out of that game.
Period.
And if they took it, I got memories.
Period.
That's me.
Period.
That's me.
Period.
I would like to hang on to things, but at this point in time in life, it don't matter.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna play my game. I'm gonna get my experience. All of us got backlogs. Well, we're crying about games in the future, but we got so many games that we haven't even played. We buy games, put them on the shelf, and don't do anything with them. So my point of view of it is what it is. We've been digital. We've accepted it. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of digital games on your current Switch right now, Switch 2 right now. But again, I'm not saying anybody is wrong for how they feel about wanting to hold on to their physical games. I'm not saying you're wrong about feeling how you feel about game key cards, but to be honest, it is what it is, man. Get your experience from it, play it, enjoy it, play with your friends, depending on what game it is, and then move on to something else. That's how I see it.
I want to piggyback off of something you said. Okay, so you said you don't have an attachment to your things. Once your things are gone, they're gone. I get it.
That's me.
Me, even though my connection to my things isn't as strong as maybe it once was, I do still care about my things. That's why I consider myself a collector-ish, because I just told you guys all the consoles I have behind me right now. I love to keep my things. The only time that I don't keep my things is if maybe like the next thing that comes along makes it obsolete. Like for example, when the Wii U came out, it made my Wii obsolete because the Wii U was backwards compatible. So I was like, okay, I can trade in my Wii for a Wii U because I can play my Wii games on my Wii U. That's always my thing. No, you didn't curve the conversation, T. I actually love to hear your thoughts. I think that there's value in hearing a variety of opinions. I don't think there's a wrong way or a right way, but I do think that we should be careful not to steer too much from the truth. But I guess that's the educator in me. But here's what I wanted to piggyback on, Keith, where you were talking about you don't have an attachment to your collection. I do. I like to keep my things. And I feel like all of the people who don't like key cards, they use that as a talking point. I like a physical collection. I like to keep my things. And my thing is this. You still get to keep your things. You still get to keep your things. If you like to see a box on your shelf, guess what? The game key card comes in a box you can put on your shelf. It comes with a box you can put on your shelf.
It's yours.
It's yours. You can still look at the thing on your. The only thing that kills it, I guess, is the fact that it's got that disclaimer on the bottom of the box. Hopefully, they find a way to minimize that or put it on the back or something. Like I get that the box art is ugly. I understand, but if I bought Street Fighter 6 today on a game key card, I could take Street Fighter 6 and put it on my bookshelf with the rest of my Switch games. I can.
You know
do
where
that
else
today.
you could take that? You know where else you could take that? You could take it to GameStop and trade it in. I heard somebody today say,
"Let me trade it in."
Game key cards and a code in the box is the same thing. No, you are misinforming the people. That is not true. You can't trade in a code in the box. They won't accept it. But you can trade in a game key card. It's not the same.
And for those of you guys who are misinformed about the difference between a code in a box and a game key card, you cannot, like Keith said, you cannot trade and sell a code in a box. The things that you can do with a game key card are the same things you could do with your physical copy. If I had a copy of Street Fighter 6, I'm using that because that's a game key card game. If I had a copy of Street Fighter 6 and I wanted to mail it over to Keith and be like, hey, you should play this. This is really good. Borrow my copy. He could take my copy, put it in his Switch, no problem.
Here. Oh, I gotta download the game.
And there's a lot of people who are talking about e-waste. Like, oh, it's gonna create a lot of e-waste. But I thought y'all were collectors, though. It's not e-waste if it's on your shelf, Booski. Okay, now I'm being mean. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me. I just think that there's real life, and then there's like not real life.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes, I hate the box art. Yes, I would rather have a physical, straight up physical plug and play. I would prefer that. Yes. I would prefer not to have ugly box art. I would prefer not to have to buy a micro SD card for these games. Yes. But let's not make up stuff. That's what I don't like. Just say you don't like the box art. Just say you don't like that you have to buy extra storage. Just say you don't like DRM, but that's going to be a problem for you everywhere you go. Unless you sell in the 7 Seas. Or, buying from GOG, which is not a big selection at all if you want DRM free games.
He asked a question. He said,
what do you say?
He said, I need an explanation as to why Nintendo aren't offering up more card sizes for devs. I can't figure out a logical reason. I think it's price. I think
I think it boils down to price, and then the fact that people. I don't think a lot of people know this, but the type of storage that is required for these carts has to be lightning fast.
Yep.
And for lightning fast read speeds, that requires hella money.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if people know this either, but on PlayStation and Xbox, when you put a disc in, the reason why you have to install it is because the disc is not fast enough.
It would never be fast enough.
And until we get to a point to where the technology catches up with the fidelity of games that we're getting in today's times, it's going to be a problem. Now, I will agree with the game key card haters and say that small games should not be on game key cards. I 100% agree with that. Bravely Default should not be on a game key card. Puyo Puyo Tetris should not be on a game key card. But because of the cost, it's going to be a while before they start making smaller cart sizes with that particular run speed. And I say, this is what I say. If I'm not telling people what to do with their money, I'm not going to pocket watch y'all. But here's my thoughts, and this is the mantra that I'm living by for myself. Nia, the video game her. Me. If the game has feature parity, if the game has visual parity,
Talk about it.
if the game has performance parity,
Talk about it.
I'm getting it for my Switch 2, even if it's a game key card. Here's why. I've been a Nintendo fan. I know that there's people like T who are older than me in the chat, people around my age in the chat. I've been gaming since the Nintendo Entertainment System. I started gaming seriously on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I am a child of Nintendo. I was raised in the house of Nintendo was the de facto console, period. That's what I grew up on. I grew up in the house of, if you have a Nintendo, you Gucci. You know all of the spoils that you guys experience on the PlayStation and the Xbox if you're a younger person. Just knowing, anytime you watch a showcase, E3, a direct, state of play, you know any game you see is coming to your PlayStation. You know that every game you see is coming to your Xbox.
Baby.
That used to be Nintendo. But all of that changed because, of course, there was more competition on the street. PlayStation came and started dominating, courting all the third parties because Nintendo was mean to them. Let's keep it a buck. They were mean to them people. And so now we're finally in a place to where, even though the Nintendo Switch is not top dog, even though I definitely know that Nintendo Switch 2 is not getting those late stage PS5 and Xbox Series games, I know for a fact they're not. But the Nintendo Switch 2 is good enough to get a lot of those games that have come out at least within these last 5 years. And it's good enough for a lot of the games that are coming next, unless they are exclusive to maybe the current gen consoles. So in my mind, I'm going to support third party on Nintendo. If it's a good port, I'm there. Because I come from a time where Nintendo was a de facto, and then there was a lull in third party after that. And not only that, Nintendo is making efforts, which is the reason why the game key cards exist. Nintendo is trying to meet these people halfway. I don't know what Nintendo gamers expect, but I'm gonna tell y'all some true tea. These third-party gamers are not gonna cater to y'all. I'm so sorry.
Nope.
They're not gonna cater to us. We have shown, whether the ports were bad, whether the ports were late, whatever the excuse, we as Nintendo gamers have proven we don't give a fuck about third-party games. We don't support them. They're not gonna wait for the other consoles to put the game on the Switch too so they can all come out on the same day. They're not doing that. They're not gonna come out of their pocket and spend extra money on a 64 gig card for you. You niggas are fickle. And if I was a third party company, I wouldn't give you niggas shit either. Like, let's keep it a bean. Nintendo gamers have not earned the entitlement of what they're asking third party for. Mind you, you're getting parity.
Close to
parity. You're getting close to parity even though you niggas don't deserve it. Just because the Nintendo Switch can do it. So yes, I will be getting Metaphor ReFantazio if it comes out on a game key card. Yes, I will be getting Monster Hunter, the next one, if it comes out on a game key card. Yes, I will be buying Call of Duty on the Switch too if it's a good port and it has a game key card. Are you crazy? I am not, as a Nintendo gamer, I am not in a position to ask anything of these third-party niggas. I'm not. So until the technology catches up to the speeds that are required for these high fidelity games for a cartridge, the game key cards are what they are, dog. If it's a good port, buy it. You niggas are buying digital games on PlayStation anyway. You're buying digital games anyway. But for some reason, people can't take Nintendo off of this pedestal. And that's another issue. I know I'm going deep now, Keith. I said I wasn't going to hold you long. You can leave at any time.
Oh no, you saying everything that me and you talk about all the time. Yes. You're saying it. I'm just.
And here's another thing that I want to say. Take Nintendo off that fucking pedestal, nigga. Here's another reason why you guys are disappointed. Y'all expect every company to move like Nintendo. Y'all expect everybody to cater to y'all the way Nintendo does. These niggas are not obligated to give you Nintendo treatment when you niggas don't buy third-party games. The reason why Nintendo shows out for y'all is because y'all buy their games. Point blank, period. They can eat the cost. On top of the fact that they have a console to support. EA don't owe you shit. Take-Two don't owe you shit.
Speaking of EA, I want to jump in. I want you to keep your rant, but just speaking of EA.
Go ahead, jump in.
No. Yeah, I'm jumping in. Speaking of EA, we got Football Club and Madden coming out day and date. Are y'all gonna show up?
Are you gonna show up?
Are y'all gonna show up?
And they look good.
I don't know what the features are 1-to-1, but they look good. Are y'all gonna show up? There's no excuse.
They look good and they day and date.
It's no excuse.
And Cherry Man, I don't want you to say we can take what we can get. I don't want y'all out here buying trash ports. Do not buy Star Wars Outlaws.
Right.
If it's a trash port, don't buy that shit. But in the case of a game like Street Fighter, nigga, y'all gonna not buy Street Fighter because it's a game key card even though that shit look good? It's looking a little
What?
fraudulent. It's looking a little fraudulent. It's looking a little fraudulent. I don't pocket watch, but some of y'all niggas I might have to pocket watch. It's looking a little fraudulent. Looking a little
Hold
fraudulent.
up, hold up.
What's up?
Shout out to K-Bon. Shout out to K-Bon 20
Shout out to
in the
K-Von.
building.
Shout out to K-Von. Somebody said PlayStation has game key discs. Exactly. They doing the same shit. They trying to compensate for the fact that them speeds ain't speeding. They've been compensating with that since the PS3, but y'all niggas are just mad. Y'all are mad now. Now you're mad. All right. What are the people saying in the chat? Because I kind of did go on a tirade.
No, that
You
was
keep it up with
perfect.
the
It was
chat.
beautiful.
Keep it up with the chat. Listen, T, I
No.
know you mad at Nintendo's business decisions, but here's the thing. I think that this is out of Nintendo's hands. You can't provide size options when the market hasn't caught up to the demand. I think that's unreasonable.
Facts.
The speeds required to run high fidelity games, the size requirements needed to hold lighting, textures, reflections, foliage, like that requires a lot of space, brother. Not only does it require a lot of space, it requires speed so you don't have crazy pop-ins, brother. Like it's required. And unfortunately, Nintendo has chosen to keep the handheld form factor. At first, I was hating on it. I wanted a set-top box. But then I had to think, even if the Switch 2 was a set-top box, we would still have the same argument, but instead of downloads, it would be installed into the hard drive. Because the speeds are just not there, brother. They're not there yet. In a couple of years, we will probably be there. When there's more demand for these carts, more technology, of course, would push forward to meet the demand. But right now, we're just not there, brother. We're not there. And even like you hear people talk about, well, I'll just buy the Switch 1 version because the Switch 1 version has it all on the cart. But you're not considering that even if you get the Switch 1 cart, baby, you still have an install. You gotta download that upgrade pack, baby. We're not there yet. I'm so sorry. We're not there yet.
So what do? Just support the games that you want to support them. Don't wait on set. That's pocket watching. Sorry. Just support.
Nah,
that's all you gotta do.
Say it. When we start seeing more trailers and it says PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, and no Nintendo Switch 2 mentioned, remember this conversation. I said it. I'll pocket watch you. Even though I said I wasn't pocket watching, but I'm low key pocket watching. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not pocket watching people like I'm not pocket watching people like T, because I know T is a real nigga. Like, no disrespect to you, T, but he a real one. He has his reasons. That nigga got a whole game room full of things. I get that. But a lot of you niggas are on fraud watch, in the words of TBH. A lot of you niggas are on fraud watch.
Right.
A lot of these niggas are on fraud watch. Just saying. T, I do think that's gonna happen. I do think that Nintendo is going to make a Switch, what do you call it? Not a Switch Pro, Switch 2 Pro. Would it be considered a Pro if they up the storage, or they find a storage solution? I think that's possible. I do think that
if it was a Pro, that would have to it'd have to be a power increase, like fidelity and things like that, for it to be a Pro.
Right. But I do think that there is a reason why Nintendo went with 256 gigs. I think it's because in their mind, even though they are reaching out to third parties to try to see what third parties want, in their mind, they know that they're going to put all their personal games on the cart. So they didn't really feel like it was necessary to do like 1 terabyte. Plus, they were trying to keep the cost down. I think there's a lot of reasons why that is. I'm not trying to excuse it, but I could see why they made the decision to go with 256 gigs. For me personally, Um, storage hasn't really been an issue for me on consoles. Like even when I was really playing my Xbox, I take that back. Baby, you download 2 games on the Xbox One and you had to delete something. So let me
Well,
take that.
PlayStation
Let me
4 full right
PlayStation
now.
4 too. Let me take that back. 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 Scratch what I just said. Scratch what I just said. I've always had to have a hardware solution. Scratch what I said. Sorry. Man. But my thing is I'm willing to get more storage. Like clearly I got more storage for my Wii U. I have an external hard drive attached to it. I have 6 hard drives on my PC. Like I don't have a problem with upgrading my storage. And micro SD cards are expensive. Micro SD Express specifically cards are expensive right now, so I get that. But you don't have to get 512 gigs right away. I got the 256 gig card just to start me off, and then over time when the cards get less expensive, I'll upgrade. But right now, I'm good with 256 gigs. But I don't know, man. That's just my take. I'm not saying that I'm right. Here's my main takeaway. If y'all don't take nothing else away from this 2-hour stream, because we spent an hour talking about game key cards. If you don't take nothing else away from this, just know you can feel how you want. You can buy what you want. But just make sure that when you're making blanket statements about things that you are receiving and making decisions based off of real life and real information. Because there are a lot of, I'll just say it, damn, there's a lot of detractors out there who hate the Switch 2 for various reasons, and they're spreading misinformation on purpose, and Nintendo guys who actually like Nintendo are falling into it. I'll keep it a bean. It's been like that since April 2nd. Ever since the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, and they didn't say the price of the console, and they didn't say the price of Mario Kart, and then we all collectively discovered that Mario Kart was $80. There's been and rightfully so, you should be mad at $80. That's fucking crazy. But like, there's been misinformation spread to keep the hate going. I'll say it like that.
There's been publications that got that $90 as well.
Yes, and there's people who still say that there's $90 games. People are still saying that, and people are still believing them. Don't get me wrong, the Nintendo Switch 2 ain't all peaches and cream. There's a lot of things wrong with the Nintendo Switch 2. Like me and Keith were talking about this the other day. We both finished Donkey Kong in recent time. They need to update the dock to support VRR because there's some drops in Donkey Kong that should not be. That's bad. That's bad. You don't want your console to just come out and people already feel like your console is maxed out. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's scary. It's looking that way. I hope it ain't true, but it's looking like that. You know, and we ain't even really got into it yet.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's really looking kind of spooky over there on the Switch too.
Looking spooky. Like Mario Kart World run like butter. Mario and Donkey Kong, like, you know, chunky peanut butter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm
saying? to be fair, it never dips below 30, but when it dips to 30, oh my god, that's a horrible feeling.
That's you know what? Since we here, Donkey Kong is not a masterpiece to me for that reason.
Yeah,
I can't in good faith give Donkey Kong any rating higher than 8. But maybe we could talk about that another day. I don't want to go too deep because I mean the stream has already been 2 hours. But if there's anything that you want to say in the chat, or Keith, if there's anything that you want to say, like we could talk about that and we could kind of wrap this thing up.
No, Nia, you pretty much the conversations that we've been having, you pretty much said it. And like I always say, whatever you find value in, that's where you should put your money. And you'll see a lot of people on Twitter, they don't value Nintendo like that, and that's fine. I'm not here to be the Nintendo champion, but you clearly see that they don't value Nintendo like that. Yeah, so don't listen to them. Go seek your own information. That information that they telling you, they got it from somewhere. Why don't you go to their source and read it for yourself and use your own comprehension skills?
That's true.
Because a lot of these people are filtering this stuff and they're filtering it all wrong. Like I told you, I don't want to say her name, but she was talking about how game key cards and code in the box is the same thing. Like, come on, that information is available and she is absolutely wrong. Again, I ain't trying to tell nobody what to do.
It's readily available.
It's readily available. You can look it up if you want to. So that's all. I think if anybody goes back, listen to this rant, everything she said, I agree with 100% because this is what we talk about all the freaking time. So
yeah, man. I just I feel like Nintendo fumbled out the gate with the Nintendo Switch 2. Like a lot, like T was saying earlier, a lot of it really is self-inflicted on Nintendo's part, and I 100% agree. The things that are bad, they're bad, but we don't have to make up a boogeyman. Let the bad things be the bad things. We don't have to make up things. That's all I'm saying. And to those of you guys who've been following the channel for a long time, y'all know I'm not a Nintendo glazer. I have gotten so much heat on this very channel for being for dogging Nintendo out, boy. So I don't want y'all to think I'm a Nintendo glazer because I'm not. But I just think that we gotta call things the things. We gotta be real. We live in real life. Things are already bad. We don't have to make up shit and create a boogeyman. That's it. Level said, Nia, what you know about, you don't know nothing about the NES. I don't. That's why I say I started gaming on the NES, but I really started gaming on the SNES. Because that's when I was old enough to kind of process what I was doing. I was 8 years old playing A Link to the Past, and I fell in love with Link. And ever since then, I've been a Nintendo shill. Ever since then, I've been a Zelda shill. If it's Zelda, I'm there. Mr. T says Donkey Kong Bonanza is a masterpiece. I can't agree. But you know what? I love it. I like the game. I just can't call it a masterpiece.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come back and talk about Donkey Kong once everybody, gets through it.
Oh my god.
There's so much to talk about.
Level tried you.
He tried.
He tried you. He says, so when I read Key, let me cook.
He's referring to K-Bomb.
Oh,
I don't be interrupting that, brother. I don't interrupt him. But he said all this earlier. Level, I think you be thinking you saying this, but you don't be saying this.
Yeah, man.
It's all up.
That's funny. But if y'all don't have anything else to say, if Keith doesn't have anything else to say, I think we're done here.
I'm good.
Yeah, I think we're done here. Thanks, Toodles. Y'all have a good night.